Well, this is just your weekly reminder that we post every Wednesday at 5 p.m. on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube for the full visuals. You can follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook at Nothing But Controversy. Twitter is at NB Controversy. Go to nothingbutcontroversy.com/shop to buy our merch.
Bang, baby.
Better like this can be yours for a very cheap price, plus shipping and handling. And go to our Instagram page, click the link in our bio to have a link to all of our social media platforms. Right now, go! Episode 32.
This is Nothing But Controversy. Four guys on a podcast and we're talking about sports. Four guys on a podcast and we're talking about sports. Nothing But Controversy with Matt, Dawson, Cam, and Shaner.
What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 32 of the freaking Nothing But Controversy podcast. We are officially 51 days away from the start of the 2021 NFL regular season. Before we hop into everything, we're going to go over the schedule, and it's going to be a doozy of an episode. We're going to start with This Week in Sports. A lot of stuff going on. Question of the week, bold prediction of the week. We're going to bring back a segment called This Might Be Crazy, but then we're going to bring back a fan favorite, Think Fast. Then we're going to go into one of everyone's favorite segments, Crazy Rates. Then we're going to go into trivia, top five, and our lock of the week in terms of betting. What an episode and what a lineup. Let's go, boys. I am absolutely hyped.
I'm absolutely pumped too.
And before we go into This Week in Sports, I just want to give a shout out to one of NBC's biggest fans, actually. You might know him. He's actually the premier of Quebec.
Yeah, baby.
His name is Francois Legault, and apparently, I
yeah.
didn't know this, but apparently he's an underground. He's been a day one NBC
Big
fan.
NBC guy. Frankie Legault is a big NBC guy.
You know, I don't think it was Dawson posted just a very good meme at that. And I mean, imagine you and your buddy Shaner, you're just you're chilling in the movie theater watching LeBron James save the world, and then you pull out your phone, and the first notification you see is Francois Legault has retweeted your tweet.
No, he quoted the tweet, bro.
Quoted it. He quoted the tweet. The tweet. It was a tweet. He quoted the tweet with a freaking laughing emoji. Like, you are the man, Francois Legault. You are the absolute man. Come on the podcast, and maybe you got my vote. I'm going to be honest. So, anyways, let's move on to This Week in Sports. For those who have been living under a rock and haven't been watching Nothing But Controversy, This Week in Sports is just us bringing up stuff that happened this week or that we want to talk about. Oh, Frankie Legault gets a heart from LBS. But yeah, first thing I'm going to bring up this week is the NBA Finals. Last time we talked about it, it was I believe it was 2-1 for the Suns. And I made the bold prediction that there was going to be a reverse sweep and the Bucks were going to actually come back and win the series in 6. That is very much in play right now. We're filming right now. It's Tuesday. It's 6:50. There's a thunderstorm going out, so we might not even get to be done with this. But by the time it's posted tomorrow, the Bucks could be
your NBA champions.
So that would be crazy. Giannis and Chris Middleton are actually putting on a show. Not that Devin Booker and CP3 aren't, but right now it's the Bucks. It's the Bucks series to lose, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys have to say about that, but I'm loving it right now. I'm a big Bucks guy right now.
Shout out to Bobby Portis, too.
Yeah, Drew Holiday as well. What a great pickup for them. What a great pickup. I think he's played a big role in this series.
Top 3 defensive point guard in the league.
It's been a really fun series, though, to watch. Like, honestly, I've really enjoyed it. And shout out to Shaner. Saturday night, we had a pretty – it was a long night. It was boring, but – that all changed when Shane hit a crazy parlay. So, shout out to that guy. Some random guy in the bar, eh?
I think I said it to you guys. That steal by Drew Holiday was probably one of the riskiest plays based on like what was happening. Because how many times did that play get called a foul? Because the ref can't see like what's going on, right? Even if it wasn't called, like even if it was reversed, they wouldn't have had that alley-oop to Giannis, you know? So for him to have the balls to try and do that, and for his hand to like get it properly was huge in that moment when there was like 20 seconds left and they were up by 1, and that could have been a foul and completely changed the momentum for them.
Absolutely.
Crazy play. Absolutely massive dunk too.
Oh yeah, Giannis has made like 2 historic plays in this finals. The block.
That block, wow.
Yeah, like
wow.
Historic plays that will go down.
Absolutely.
Like, blocked by James kind of vibes.
Dude, like he's one game away from completing his resume at 26. I've seen so many like stats about that and stuff. Like that's nuts.
Yeah, it's wild.
Like if he wins, if he retires tomorrow, is he a Hall of Famer? I think yes.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. What else happened this week, Matt?
You know, we don't only talk about happy things; we talk about sad things. And what happens a lot in the NFL in training camp is people end their season before it even starts. And a huge name already comes off the board here: Los Angeles Rams running back Cam Akers, who is on pace to probably be an absolute star this year.
I think so.
And it's tough. He tore his Achilles. Came out today. That is just shocking to be. If you're a Rams fan, it's heartbreaking. Not a big Rams guy, I'm gonna be honest, because I'm a Saints fan, obviously. But Cam Akers was just like one of those guys. It was like, wow, can't wait to see this guy play. Always electric, and damn, that sucks.
You hate to hear it.
Yeah. I had this marked in my in This Week in Sports too to bring up, just because I really think he was gonna be a breakout guy. Like I'm super involved in like the card trading, sports card like hobby, and he is a guy that everyone was stocking up on, picking up on this year, because it was just expected for him with the addition of like Matt Stafford opening up the offense. Like they were just going to have a dynamic offense, which they haven't had in forever. So people were super excited about him. I was super excited to see him, and it's terrible.
Yeah, super unfortunate. I know they didn't have room for all 3, and I love Darrell Henderson, but them letting Malcolm Brown walk now, that hurts them. And I did see today that they're not looking to replace Cam Akers like anytime soon. They'll take their time, and obviously Sean McVay is going to do his due diligence before he picks someone up. But that sucks because that's but on that same note, we have TG3 still on the board as a free agent. He knows that offense. He could come in at the beginning of training camp and be more than ready by the time the season starts. So that's something to keep your eye on.
Another thing is, if they're not going to replace this guy, like Darrell Henderson's fantasy stock just skyrocketed.
Cam Akers got hurt last year against Philly. I think he missed 3 or 4 games. I think it was a shoulder injury or ribs. I think he might have broke a rib or something.
His ribs, yeah.
And that's when Darrell Henderson, he broke out right there.
Yeah.
He named for himself, yeah.
So
that's big news if you're a fantasy fan. Oh, I can't wait for our fantasy special. Oh man.
Yeah. Speaking of fantasy, Cam Akers was one guy I had targeted in every draft I was going to do. Yeah. I had him circled. I was ready to take him in every draft, but I don't know. I think it's tougher because he's not splitting those carries with Malcolm Brown anymore. Like this was his backfield, and Sean McVay talked so highly about him last year before the playoffs, saying that he could do everything. And then we were about to see what he could do, and then, a week before training camp, we don't even get to see what he could do. So I think he's going to come back hungry. I'm excited. Obviously, we're going to miss out this year, but next year I'm excited to see what he's going to come back with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen people say like, "Oh, rest in peace his career." Like, come on, these are world-class athletes. It doesn't matter. I don't think his career is done by any means.
We'll see. That's for sure.
A lot of people have bounced back from this injury.
100%.
Another thing, big news in the NHL. It's a perfect time to have our episode 32. We're dropping episode 32, and the 32nd NHL franchise is being built tomorrow.
Matt, give your fucking credit to Shane.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
Respect me.
The
Shane
Seattle
brought that up
Kraken.
in the chat, and if you just noticed, I turned my hat around. I've been a fan from the start, so but yeah. So it was what? It was yesterday or 2 days. Yeah, yesterday. Sunday is when they made it official of all the rosters getting released of who's protected, who's unprotected. Bunch of big names. Biggest name on there is Carey Price, waiving his no move clause, and being exposed and unprotected to the draft. Not going to go too much into it because our question of the week really revolves around it. But I would just like to bring up like what the deal is with Carey Price. I think regardless of what his injury is, I think it was a mistake. Not protecting him. I would never take that risk, in my opinion. Marc Bergevin, I mean, I hope you know what you're doing. I mean, obviously,
they took that risk. It's obviously because they felt like he wasn't getting taken.
Yeah, but if he does get taken, that is going to be talking about an all-time backfire.
There's a plan. There's
definitely a plan. Like he wouldn't be exposing him.
There's always a plan until you get punched in the face.
Yeah.
No, and I think Ron Francis is going to punch Marc Bergevin in the face.
I think Bergevin knows exactly what. If he loses Price, I think Bergevin knows exactly where he's going.
I also stand with Shane in saying that if you lose this guy, I love Carey Price. We've been critical of him at times. I think rightfully so. That could just be me, but like Shane said, there's cheaper, younger starting goalies available this offseason. It hurts to say, it hurts to even think about the Habs going forward with someone other than Carey Price, but it's not like the Habs are done as a franchise if Carey Price gets taken in the expansion this season.
By no means is Jake Allen walking into that season as their starting goalie if Carey Price is gone.
I hope not. Anyways, that's all I have to bring up. You guys go.
All right, I have 2 points. The first one, it's just a little sad point. It's not that sad. My guy, best name in the NFL, Younghoe Koo. Someone stole his Jeep. Someone stole the man's Jeep. And all Younghoe wanted to do was kick. He just wanted his cleats back. Put out a tweet saying, just bring me my cleats back. I won't be mad. I find that hard to believe. If someone stole my car and brought me back my shoes without my car, I'd be pretty pissed. But shout out to Younghoe.
Very funny tweet, by the way.
Yeah.
Unless like it was legit and it was like lucky cleats or something. Don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
I think he had a bunch of those cleats, and his practice, like he had a bunch, and he just wanted all of them back because he doesn't want to buy new cleats.
I mean, he's not buying cleats.
Well, you know what I mean. Like when you break in a cleat, you don't want to have to re-break in a bunch of cleats.
I guess.
Yeah, I feel like kickers are even.
It's very hard to break in a cleat as a kicker. It's not comfortable. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I just feel like they're so particular about that. I mean, I don't really know any, but.
All right. Second thing. Alex Ovechkin is applying submitted a PhD. When I think of Alex Ovechkin and Alex Ovechkin's face and teeth pop up in my head, the last thing I think of is, oh my God, this guy looks so smart.
I was just gonna say PhD of broken teeth and yellow laces.
So the tweet says, Washington Capitals forward Alex Ovechkin gave a pre-defense of his scientific dissertation in front of the Federal Scientific Center for Physical Culture and Sports under the Ministry of Sports of the Russian Federation earlier today and was unanimously recommended for a public defense. He wrote his thesis on a comparative analysis of technical and tactical training for teams in North America and Russia. Could you imagine Alex Ovechkin just like giving a presentation?
I think it would be the funniest presentation ever.
Like literally,
I just be picturing him like topless in like a fountain holding the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I'm just picturing him giving like that speech after when he's wasted at the Stanley Cup parade.
Literally,
just the fact that he goes and draws 50 goals and is writing a thesis on the side. Come on, man.
That's wild.
Gee, this is news to me.
Soon to be a Montreal Canadian.
Oh, hell yeah. And last but not least, the thing I am most excited of. We have some great duos in the booth for football, but we might have just added the best duo of all time. Shane, me and you can unite on this one, baby. Peyton and Eli are taking over Monday Night Football. That's going to be exciting. I have nothing else to add, but Peyton and Eli are taking over Monday Night Football.
Patriots fans are just going to have like PTSD listening to this Monday Night Football.
Honestly,
I'm
excited.
Guys ruin their life. Like,
what's with the?
They'll be great at the job.
That's what I'm curious about. Like, where are they going to be doing this?
Probably like their couch or something. It's going to be something stupid.
100%.
That's
in collaboration with Peyton Manning's production company, Omaha Productions.
Amazing.
But yeah, those are the stories I got this week. Young Hoya,
I would say one of the best like company names you could have. Like probably the best is Nothing But Controversy.
Yeah.
Second's like Omaha Productions.
Oh fuck yeah.
Not close though.
Not close. 1A and 1Z.
Yeah, I got two quick things. Matt Kachuk. I know it's the expansion time. This is prime time for the rumblings to start coming out. Some personal inside sources of mine have told me the problem in Calgary is not on the ice. It's off the ice and inside the room. A lot of guys are not happy there. David Riddick wasn't happy there. And now Matt Kachuk, obviously. So I don't know if you guys have any ideas what teams might go after him. I know a couple of the boys are saying the Habs, but
no, I think he's going to St. Louis. It's where he's from. It's where he's born. It's where he wants to go. They have the assets to get him.
It makes sense.
One more really weird thing. Oh, unless you had something to add, Dawson.
No, I just wanted to say I played a little NHL today, and
no, I did see that.
For Matt
Kachuk. Super random. The Olympics starting in the next couple of days here. Poland was only supposed to send 17 athletes to Tokyo. They accidentally sent 23. So 6 athletes got there and then had to be sent home because they weren't official Olympic athletes. Yeah.
Terrible. That's terrible.
How does that happen?
I'm not sure. But I think most of them are swimmers, if not all of them. One of them, it would have been her 3rd Olympics. Yeah, so she's like suing the Polish Olympic Committee, and this is like kind of a big breaking story, and it's absolutely hilarious.
That is
so
awful.
sad.
That's really sad.
It's
also,
terrible.
Can I just say
like,
something?
Imagine reading that headline on Twitter, like 6 Polish athletes have to be sent home because the Polish Olympic Committee made a huge dumb mistake.
Oh, that's bad.
Also, like, I don't know if it's just like me, but how awful has like the buildup been to these Olympics? Like,
I love the Olympics.
I didn't know they were starting in like 3 days. I had no idea.
The competition's
not
actually
excited
starting
for these
tonight.
Olympics. Maybe it's because Michael Phelps and Usain Bolt aren't in it. No one really cares.
I think it's because they were supposed to happen last year and they didn't.
I know, like it's
that's the problem.
Yeah,
but Japan is in
Euro 2020, but Euro 2020 was absolutely electric. Like,
I still didn't know when they started until the day before.
I guess. But I don't know, man. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just. I'm from Canada. I'm not a big Summer Olympics guy, but.
Yeah, and did you guys see that all the athletes have to sleep on cardboard beds to
prevent having sex?
Nice.
It's literally that's fake. That's fake.
But the Olympics is just a big fuck fest. Like, it's just a fucking huge ordeal.
Yeah, I saw an athlete on TikTok that like figured out a way for it not to break.
Respect.
So he's getting some.
Yeah. No, it's just a huge orgy. But
I saw a thing that.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go.
I'm gonna fuck around and train for the Olympics.
I saw this too. They like, I thought they were like anti-sex beds or whatever, but apparently the cardboard is just to be environmentally friendly. And there's still mattresses. Like, the cardboard is just a bed frame, basically. There's still mattresses on the bed.
Okay, fair enough. It's just funny, like
the
media has obviously run away with it.
Yeah. But imagine being like one of the Polish athletes, and your coach comes in and he's like, "All right, I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 10." Guesses it, right? Okay. Fuck. That's how or they draw sticks to figure out who stays. Fuck. Oh,
all right.
It's a great story.
I'm gonna bring it back to a serious note. We saw a couple weeks ago the first football player come out gay. This week was NHL's turn. Nashville Predators prospect Luke Prokop came out openly. I think he was on Twitter. He announced it, and literally like every team retweeted it, like quoted it. They even had like international teams and like I saw some CFL teams answering it. Like, that's crazy. Good for him. Everybody backing him. That's what we like to see. So good for him for officially, coming out. He said, I saw a video of him saying like, even like just going to the gym makes him like feel like weight is lifted off his shoulders. Like, people aren't like, oh, I know, but that person doesn't know. Like, everything was lifted off his shoulders. So good for him. I'm happy he got that out there.
Now, obviously not related to his sexuality, Shane, you know every single prospect in the NHL. Is this guy nasty?
He's a third-round pick. I don't think to me he's probably like a third pair defenseman. So
Like you'll take it. Like
yeah, exactly. Like he's not going to be something like huge, you know. Like he's not going to be. We're not going to be sitting here saying that he's going to Team Canada for the Olympics, you know.
Got it.
Speaking of another prospect, this fucking dumbass Logan Mayer renounced his going into the draft because teams were going to pass on him because he showed someone's nudes without their consent in Sweden and got charged for it.
I saw that.
He was the 35th ranked prospect in the draft, and now he's not going to the draft because he wants to be a better man.
he was probably just part of the wrong group chat, you know.
He wants to be a better man.
One of those like high school things. It's terrible. But listen, that was a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff just went into This Week in Sports. But we're going to go into a segment we do every week. Big one this week, and that's our question of the week. So as I said before, the expansion draft is tomorrow. Who is one player that has not been protected that you would select and build around in the expansion draft if you were Ron Francis of the Seattle Kraken? So I have a boring answer. Quick shout out to my boy Josh Bailey. Love that guy. Great player. And Chris Drieger. Big fan of building around a goalie. That guy's on the up and up. I would take him if I was Seattle. If Carey Price was healthy, I would take Carey Price without a question, but you don't know what's going on there. You don't know what their plan is for cap. But if you're going to take the guy that I'm planning on building around, I probably wouldn't end up taking Price too because that's going to be a big contract too. But Vladimir Tarasenko is going to be he's too good in my opinion to pass up on. You got to take a risk whether he's going to want to re-sign or not. But what I want to do is I want
4 years left on his contract.
Yeah, but still, like if whatever he wants to stay, whatever. To me, my biggest thing would be getting the superstar you need. And Vladimir Tarasenko is a huge name and can be a top 10 player in the NHL if he's healthy. So to me, that's too big to pass up on. So Vladimir Tarasenko is the guy.
Matt, I have the exact same answer as you. And my thought process was simple. I play a lot of NHL. And if a cover athlete of one of the NHL video games is available and he's still young-ish, I'm taking him. And I'm building around him. And like you said, all those other points. He's a very good hockey player. Like a very, very good hockey player. So without a doubt in my mind, that's who I'm rolling with.
Love you, Dawson.
Hey, thanks, man.
Well, unfortunately, there's no controversy here. I went with him. I know he probably won't end up going, or they'll flip him if they get him. But if they draft him and they keep him, I think that's the best player available, best player to build around. I think he's already 29, 28, but he's still got like a lot of good hockey in front of him, and there's no one better to build your team around, especially offensively, you know. So that's why I went with him.
The only thing that scares me about Tarasenko is the injury concerns and
Shoulder surgery.
I know like it is what it is, and he'll probably come back, and I'm praying for him that he does and plays out the rest of his career the way we thought it would all go. But little scary. I mean, I guess if you're Seattle, what do you have to lose? But I went a little off the board here. Nothing flashy. I want to give an honorable mention to Alex Kerfoot because, and I mean, I guess they're not even sure if they're going to take him, but that guy's been a center behind Matthews and Tavares.
And he was behind McKinnon at the beginning of his career.
Right. So he's never really had a good shot. I think that's a guy, that's like a William Karlsson type of guy that'll like come in and make a big splash in year one, but we'll see if they go with him. I'm going to go with Vince Dunn. Nothing flashy at all. Young guy. I wish the Habs went with him, like tried to make a trade for him or something, but I think he's actually an RFA this year. So you're going to obviously have to get a deal done in the next week or so if they do take him, but I don't know. That's a guy that comes into me, like, will obviously slot in on their first pairing if they do get him. Yeah, I like him. And he's 24 years old right now, so can't go wrong with that.
All right, so we got 4 St. Louis Blues. Shane.
We do not have a St. Louis Blue. going here. All right. The reason I didn't take Tarasenko is because there's so many reports that they're gonna flip him. So I just and the injuries. Like if I was running it, the injuries. A sniper who's been out the last 2 years hasn't played and had a bunch of surgeries. I don't know if obviously he came out and said like St. Louis screwed those surgeries, like it was their fault. But I don't know. He hasn't played in 2 years. I don't want to trust him. I'm going with Jacob Voracek. He turns 32 next month. We saw how electric he was in those when Philly was good. Him and Claude Giroux. I think he led the team so many times in points. I think obviously he's not the player he was when he was young. Like I said, he's 32 next month, but he's still got a couple of years left, maybe on the top line. He's a leader. Right away. He could probably be one of your captains. I don't know. He's always produced. He's been in the playoffs. He's gone deep in the playoffs, and he's just to me, he's the biggest leader except for Giordano, who's to me is just way too old. He's 37
and too expensive.
I was gonna say
too expensive.
Man, like yeah.
Yeah. So to me, a 32-year-old who wants out of Philly and is willing to waive his no trade clause to go. To me, that's a guy I wanna build around.
But like, can you say build around when you also said like he has a few years left on the top line? Like, are you really building around the guy if like?
Well, to me, if I'm building around a guy, I'm building around like not just what he does on the ice, what he does in the locker room, as a captain, what he does off the ice. Like they love him in Philly.
Well, listen, the power in Pancor just cut out, so we just had a little delay there, but I think we're good. We're going to move on to our next segment, a segment we do every week, and that's our bold prediction of the week. I'm going to be that guy and make a bold prediction that could happen tonight.
No.
But my bold prediction is that in either Game 6 or Game 7, someone will put up 50.
Damn.
That's my bold prediction.
On some KD shit.
Some D-book shit, bro.
See, I'm questioning, do I want to go back to ping pong? Do I want to ride the hot streak I have?
Did that hit?
I have no fucking idea.
Check. We got to figure out if that hit.
Dawson enjoys being roasted in the recaps, so he'll probably do it again.
Yeah, no. My bold prediction of the week. First things first. The NBA Finals will be going to 7 games. Second thing second. I don't know if you can say that, but second thing second. Game 7 of the NBA Finals will go to triple overtime, at least.
Interestingly enough, we were just talking about this, but as we know, Seattle's trades will not become public until tomorrow. So my bold prediction this week, and maybe it's not that bold, but I think the Habs gave up.
Oh yeah, that happened to me too, Shader. I got a little power cut there too.
I think the Habs gave up a minimum of a second-round pick to protect Carey Price.
See, but to me, that's Jake Allen isn't worth a second. Like, am I crazy?
No.
Like,
no.
I couldn't care less, honestly. I couldn't care less if Jake Allen was protected or not. That's what upsets me.
Yeah.
If Carey Price walks into your office, says, I'm waiving my no-move clause because I don't know when I'm coming back, you need to protect Jake Allen, what are you doing?
Well, I guess
you're sitting there arguing with him?
You guys also just...
But that's just assuming that he walked into Mark Bergevin's office and said, I'm waiving my no-move clause.
Everybody has said Carey Price. Frank Saravalli, the one who broke the report, who has broken everything for this expansion draft, said that Carey Price was the reason, like he told Bergevin to protect Jake Allen.
All right, so my bold prediction this week, it's going to be tonight, in tonight's game, D-Book's going to drop 40+, plus 350.
We love that.
LBS brings in the odds too. I love it.
Great value.
All right. Also happening this week is the real NHL draft on Friday. Montreal currently holds technically the 31st pick, but because Arizona doesn't have a pick, it's the 30th pick. Montreal will not make that pick. Montreal will trade that draft pick. Don't ask me to who. Don't ask me for what. I don't know. But they will not be making that pick.
I would love if they traded that pick.
They're trading that pick to Buffalo in the Jack Eichel acquisition.
I love that.
Be great.
All right. Well, that was a very tough way to do bold prediction of the week because everything just cut out and stuff. So that's upsetting. But let's move on to a segment we haven't done in a while. A segment we like to call "This Might Be Crazy," but. So for those who don't know what this segment is, it's we all make a statement that we think might be crazy, and we just start that segment with "This might be crazy, but." So I've said it on this podcast quite a few times. I've said it in real life quite a few times. For the longest time, I thought that Devin Booker was the most underrated player in the league. Not because he wasn't good, not because people said he was bad, but because he didn't get enough credit because he played in Phoenix, which were like the lowest market team you could have. And they just never got any TV time, never got any exposure. But now that he's made the NBA Finals and played in the playoffs, everyone's kind of seeing his talents on full display. So, this might be crazy, but Devin Booker is no longer the most underrated player in the NBA. The most underrated player in the NBA is Donovan Mitchell.
Correct.
Donovan Mitchell, very similar to Devin Booker in the terms of why he's underrated, okay? Plays for a team that doesn't get a lot of hype, doesn't get a lot of, like, stability with the media. Like, no one really cares. But let it be known that Donovan Mitchell is a star. People need to start realizing that he is a top 10 guard in the league, in my opinion. Point guard. Yeah, but
Is he a shooting guard?
is he? I thought he was a point guard.
He's a shooting guard.
Shooting guard. But still, amazing player. That might be crazy, but that's what I think.
All right. He is arguably my favorite of all time in the sport that I'm about to say. He is a
ping pong.
He's listed as a point guard / shooting guard.
All right. I remember it being my turn. I'm just going to get straight to it. This might be crazy, but I think long term, we need Carey Price to go in this expansion draft.
I agree.
This might be crazy.
I agree.
But although we just made the Stanley Cup final, we are far from a Stanley Cup team. Okay?
I agree, and I'm going to tell you why when I go. Continue.
Thank you. All right? This may be crazy. Wow. Cam just showed a screen, not to get spoiled, but this is going to be a repetitive segment. Yeah, I mean, this last playoff shows we don't have the skaters, and like I say skaters, not goalies, of a Stanley Cup team. We don't at this point, okay? And having an additional $11 million to spend this year or in the next 5 years to put people alongside Suzuki, to put people alongside Cole Caulfield, to develop Jesperi Kotkaniemi, to bring all these guys up from the minors that we have in the minors. I think our best bet is to move on from Carey Price. This might be crazy, but that's my statement.
Agreed.
Disagreed.
Agreed.
So I'm gonna agree and disagree on two different things here. I agree that the Habs may be better off without Carey, but I'm gonna disagree that they're that far away from being able to go back. And here's why. So this might be crazy, but I believe that Montreal can make another Stanley Cup push in 2 to 3 years tops. If we give Suzuki and Caulfield full seasons to play together, let's say we have Dano and Shea Weber out this year, we have tons of cap room. I don't know what's going to happen with Carey Price or whatever. He goes, we have even more cap room. He stays, we have one of the best goalies in the NHL still. So that's why I believe the Habs could make another playoff push in the next 2 to 3 years again.
Let me
Stanley Cup push, sorry.
Let me just correct LBS there. Carey Price is one of the best goalies in the world in the playoffs. In the regular season, he is not even a top 10 goalie.
Yeah, so I just spoiled mine, but this might be crazy, but the Habs are better off without Carey Price, and not so much Carey Price, but the contract that is associated with Carey Price right now. $10.5 million is a lot of money to pay a player. I don't know. Okay, Jack Eichel got hurt last year, and he was held out of the last 10 to 20 games, whatever it was. Other than that, name me a player in the NHL who, over the last 3 years, has missed almost half of every year who's getting paid that much. Yeah, I don't hear anything. It's awfully quiet. So
Kucherov. That's
huh?
all I got. All I got is Kucherov.
Yeah, but that was a little sketchy.
Yeah, that's all.
That was more than a little sketchy. So listen, I don't hate the guy. Like I said earlier, I've been critical. I don't think he was that good in the regular season this year, and he was probably hurt. But I think it is time to move on. I think Bergevin. I mean, okay, if like you said, Shane Price was the one who said to protect Jake Allen, but I think the Habs are baiting Seattle a little bit. Anyways, it's going to be interesting to see, but we needed controversy. We brought it, so.
Speaking of controversy, I make the special request. I do not ask for much from you guys. I don't ask for much. But I am asking that we get a classic Matthew Shaner yell off at the conclusion of this segment. So, Shane, I'm going to let you.
We will, because my thing is going to piss him off.
I feel free to cut Shane off. I know we gave ourselves shit for cutting Shane off, but I want you to cut Shane off. I want you to yell at him. I want you to do all that shit.
All right, listen carefully. Listen. Actually, you actually need to listen to me before you cut me off. You need to hear my full thing before you jump in. This might be crazy. We were talking about Montreal returning back to the Stanley Cup Finals. This might be crazy. In this offseason, if Montreal does not add a top pair defenseman, a left wing for Cole Caulfield and Suzuki, they don't even make the playoffs. They don't make the playoffs. Are they better than Washington? No, let me start in the Atlantic, okay? Let me start in the Atlantic. Are they better than Tampa? No.
Yeah.
Are they better than Boston?
Hey, yo, but I agree with.
Yes. Are they better than Boston?
No.
Are they better than Toronto?
No.
Are they better than Florida?
No.
Okay,
I would say they're on the same level as Florida.
I'm giving Florida the edge based on what happened this year.
Okay, slightly, but
now we go to that's 4 teams above them in their own division, and the top 3 make the playoffs automatically. Metropolitan, are they better than Washington? No. Are they better than the Islanders? No. Are they better than Pittsburgh? No. Are they better than Carolina? No. So this team, unless there's drastic changes and get 2 very big, a star defenseman and a star forward, they're not making the playoffs, especially if Jake Allen is, for whatever reason, the starting goalie next year. That is what I have to say.
Okay. Thing I have to say is, first of all, I just need to know in the NHL how many players are good enough to literally carry a team on their shoulders to the cup. We saw it this year with the Habs.
That was
starting at the beginning of the playoffs. Starting at the beginning of the playoffs.
Okay, yeah. Whether it was
he was no part of getting.
If it wasn't for Jake Allen, they're not even in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. The regular season is the past. They squeaked.
How do you get to the playoffs? How do you get to the playoffs? How do you get to the playoffs? How? Answer. How do you get to the playoffs?
By winning games, man.
In the regular season. So without Jake Allen,
where was Price in the regular season?
Get to the playoffs.
Price was hurt the entire regular season. It happens.
No, he wasn't.
People get injuries, man. That's what happens.
But I'm saying
Can you listen to me, please? Can you listen to me? There's not one player in the NHL this whole playoffs that was even close to being as important to Carey Price was. You
Andre
put anyone
Vasilevsky.
behind those pipes besides
Andre
maybe Andre Vasilevsky, besides maybe Andre Vasilevsky, okay? The Habs are not making it.
also put up 30 points and
okay, but did they? It doesn't matter what he did. He was not the reason they got to the playoffs. So we're saying that they can go to the playoffs without him.
Okay, I'll believe it when I see it.
I'm not saying the Habs are better off without Carey.
Jake Allen carried them to the playoffs.
Jake Allen did not carry them to the playoffs.
Jake Allen was the starting goalie that got them to the playoffs. Carey Price was not. That's so you want to see it to believe it? Rewatch this whole regular season.
I'm not saying the Habs are worse. I'm not saying the Habs are better without Carey Price. I'm saying the Habs in a couple of years will be better by offloading Carey Price's contract right now. Dude, he's out of his prime. I hate to say it. I love the guy. He is way out of his prime right now.
He
doesn't have the longevity. Part of being a $10.5 million player a year, a single year, is the longevity of it. If you can't play at least half the regular season next year, why would I pay you $10.5 million in case we make the playoffs? You can carry us to the Stanley Cup. I'm just saying, like, there's no way the contract makes sense right now.
If he wasn't there, they don't make the cup. I'll give you that.
Absolutely, there's not even a close chance.
But he needs to play in the regular season for him to be able to bring them to the playoffs. And even when he was playing, he was like not even a top 20 goalie.
He had a below 900 save percentage for a good portion of the regular season, which is like scary, and that hurt my heart a lot.
It did.
I am not arguing that he was good in the regular season because I do not think he was. I believe he was not himself. I believe he was hurt. But in the playoffs, it proves my point exactly on why he's
okay.
Okay.
But we also seen goalies get extremely hot in the playoffs and go to the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm saying Carey Price fully carried them. But if they get rid of his contract and then use that money towards other players and then sign a guy like, I don't know, let's just say trade for Darcy Kemper for whatever reason. We'll just throw him in there because first goalie came to my mind. Let's say they get to the playoffs, they're rolling, and then he gets hot in the playoffs. They could go to the Stanley Cup Finals.
I'll believe it when I see it.
The Blues did it with Binnington. The Stars did it with Anton Khudobin. Goalies get hot in the playoffs and can carry a team to the cup. It's just Price needs to, for $10.5 million, Price's ass better play in like 50 of those games.
We also got lucky in a 56-game regular season. Over the course of 82 games, there's no stability there.
Yeah, they also got very lucky that Vancouver basically had COVID for half the year.
Yeah, and even look right now, and I love Carey Price. Sorry, LBS, this is the last thing I'm going to say.
Go ahead.
We already know that Seattle, most probably, in my opinion, most probably will not even take Carey Price because he's going to miss at least half the year next year. That's another year where Carey Price is 34 years old already, and he's going to miss half the year. Like, how are you? And I know you don't have to pay them when they're on LTIR, and those details will be sorted out later in the coming months. But, man, you can't justify it anymore.
I agree with a lot of what you guys are saying. I just have a quick question regarding the Habs offseason here. How big of an impact is offloading Price? Like, do you think they can still have a big offseason while keeping him as well?
Yeah, well, they have $14 million, I'm pretty sure, in cap space. And then add Shea Weber's 7.8 to LTIR. Let's say he goes there. Right. That's, 21, almost 22. And then whatever's happening with Drouin, that's 5.5 right there. So, let's just say they have $26 million in cap. That's with Price. There's a lot could be done with $26 million.
That's why I was saying, like, I could see them make a run if they can go and pick up.
Yes, but imagine if they had 36 and then had 31 after.
Oh, absolutely.
That's just my point of view, but
26 mil is still a lot.
It's done in the NHL.
Yeah.
So let's move on to a segment that we have not done in a while, but it is one of everyone's favorites. And that is a segment we like to call Think Fast. So for those who don't know, Think Fast is where I ask a question, and these guys on the brand new NBC trivia boards will write their answer.
Yes, sir.
I guess I'll put mine up too. But yeah.
Shout out Dawson for hooking the boys up.
You'll have like 7 to 10 seconds to write down an answer. This week is NFL themed, boys. Ooh, we love talking NFL, don't we? But first question. Are you guys ready?
Absolutely.
My first question, okay? In your lifetime of watching football, so I'd say from about being like 6 or 7 to now, who is the most talented quarterback you've ever seen? 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so hang on, hold them up. I have Patty Mahomes. LBS has TB12, and then Shane, Dawson, and Cam each have Aaron Rodgers. I know I have a small sample size. What is it, 3-4 seasons? Guy's a Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP, NFL MVP. Never seen a guy throw the ball that effortlessly and that amazing. Like, he's just so amazing. Talent-wise, you could argue my second would be A-Rod, but, man, talent-wise, Patty Mahomes is something special.
I would like to preface my answer by saying, Liam, you're so wrong. Like, so wrong.
Okay.
I don't think Tom Brady's the top 5 most talented quarterback.
That's
I've ever
fine.
seen.
Whoa.
He's the top 5
Name
smartest.
me 5 more talent. Are you kidding me? Arm talent? Tom Brady, since we've been 6 years old? There's 5 guys better than him? That's crazy, bro. That is absolutely insane to say.
I don't think it is.
Name me 5 guys with better arm talent, with more arm talent.
Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers,
Okay, Patrick,
Peyton
but bro, wait, keep going.
Peyton Manning, Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, no. Arm talent, no.
I'd say Drew
Arm
Brees.
talent, no way. Arm talent, 0 chance.
Anyways, I answered Aaron Rodgers. You can defend Tom Brady after. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
People forget Drew Brees would just launch balls and throw
I agree.
over
100%.
5,000 yards every year, like when he was in his prime.
Yes.
First of all,
Sometimes they pass the ball 80% of the time. What?
I don't know if it was 80% of the time. That's a little excessive.
Okay, but significantly more than the Patriots? Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, well, it's pretty significant, but okay.
All right, LBS, show us what you've done.
First of all, I chose Tom Brady because I have to think fast, and that's what came to mind. And also, like, you got to give the guy credit, man. He's probably the least athletically gifted person to strive in a game where that's what it's all about, you know? And that just shows how much more talented he is than a lot of other guys are. So that's all I'm gonna say. That's why I chose him.
I feel like he's just smarter.
Yeah, that's why.
Yes, but
Well,
Like, I don't think he has the
that a talent.
Like, he doesn't have the talent that Rodgers has.
I don't think
I agree. I put Aaron
No, I
Rodgers
know.
ahead of
Like,
I put Aaron Rodgers ahead of him as
That's
well.
fair.
But
Don't get me wrong that he's super smart, but I don't think, like, talent-wise he compares to Rodgers, LBS.
That's okay. That's
That
fine.
makes sense.
Is it okay?
I agree. Aaron
I don't
Rodgers-
disagree. I'm not saying you're wrong or I agree. Whatever.
Okay, we're also talking about Brady in the last 5 years because that's when he's seriously declined in terms of arm talent. But like, dude, you got like the angles, the manipulation. Like, he does a lot of special things like within the pocket. He still has crazy pocket awareness. Like at 43 years old, like I don't know, talent wise, I don't think he's above Rodgers, and by the end of it, Mahomes will be far ahead of him, but I don't know. Arm talent wise, Brady's up there for sure.
Okay, are we good?
I don't really have anything else to say about Rodgers. Can I change my answer to Eli Manning?
Yes,
I mean,
you can.
man, that would be ridiculous.
You can.
Okay. Question number 2. There's 5, by the way. All very similar questions here. So that was talented quarterback. Now it's going to go into best. Okay. Who is the best running back you've ever seen?
Are we talking like a 1-season sample size or like?
Peyton Hillis.
No.
Oh, man. That's bad. That is bad.
I'm going to
That
say
was the
no.
cover of Madden.
If you want to do 1-season sample, yeah, fine. Yes, if you
No,
want. But
fine,
like,
fine.
I'm not doing it off that.
No,
3, 2, 1. Adrian Peterson
I
from
forgot AP hard. I went with LT, but
That's a great
I was
answer
gonna-
too.
Yeah,
that
I
is
was
a
gonna
great
go with
answer.
Cam went with LaDainian Tomlinson. The rest of us went with Adrian Peterson. No lie, I don't think it's close, in my opinion. Adrian Peterson is the most dominant running back in his prime that I've ever.
LT was pretty close.
Derek
LT was
Hen-
very close.
In my opinion, I wouldn't say he was that close. I think AP is far and away the best running back I've seen. Derek Henry will probably end up being the best running back I've seen. But yeah.
Wait. Doesn't LT have the single season record for most touchdowns?
He
Yeah,
does.
that he
I
does.
think.
That he does. But
Okay.
Frank
Honorable
Gore.
mention.
Yeah, baby.
Gore from LB.
Frank the
Fuck
Tank.
yeah, Iron Man.
Frank the Tank, baby.
Frank the
Okay,
Tank.
not just quick intermission. How well are these whiteboards doing, boys?
amazing.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Buddy.
I don't think I've ever been more excited to write down an answer.
I think I'm just really excited for Dawson to lose trivia and snap it in half again.
Oh man.
No.
Forget. Never forget. Okay. Anyone want to say anything else?
Sir.
All right. Now, who is the best receiver you've ever seen in your life?
Yeah, I'm biased.
I only want to see one name on this list. If there's another one, there's only two in mind. One I want to see, one I'll accept.
I'm biased.
That's a basic bitch answer.
I'm biased. You already know where I'm going.
Odell, baby.
3, 2, 1. I've got Terrell Owens from Dawson, from
Shane.
Shaner. I've got Fitz from Cam, and I got Megatron from the rest of us. And that's all I want to see. Megatron, Hall of Famer officially. My boy. Add me on Snapchat. Megatron033. The man. Most dominant receiver I've ever seen in my life. It is not close. Love that guy.
No argument. Well, I had the same answer, so I don't know why I would argue, but
I just based off we've talked about it before who our favorite football players was, and T.O. was my number one, so I had to back him up in this one.
Yeah, I was close to putting Ocho there.
Mm,
Nah, I just knew you guys were all going with Megatron,
Yeah.
so I want to give Fitz a little honorable mention here.
I'll give him that. Fitz was very
Right.
good too.
T.O. is also widely regarded as a top 3 receiver all time by a lot of people.
somehow top 3, but also somehow one of the most underrated receivers of all
Yeah.
time.
You know what? I thought for sure. Like I said, I had two names in mind. Megatron was
I thought
one. The
I
other
was
was
gonna get some
Randy
Julios.
Moss. I thought I was gonna
I
get a
thought
Randy
someone was
Moss.
going Randy, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought LBS was going Randy.
The only thing
Randy-
is like
I
I
was.
saw Randy like that year he was crazy with the Pats, and then like I feel like I didn't see prime
it.
Randy
We
like
didn't
3
get
catches,
Vikings
3
Randy.
touchdowns, 250 yards or whatever it was. Like
Yeah.
I didn't get to see that, so
Exactly.
Okay, two more left. Okay, who
Yeah.
is the best corner you've ever seen?
Hold up.
This guy's the first guy that came to my mind, but it's
Same.
definitely not the right guy. It's not the right guy. I could probably think if I had time, but
Three,
two.
2, 1. I get Champ Bailey. I get Revis. I get Champ Bailey from Shaner, and everyone else gets Revis Island. Jalen Ramsey is slowly becoming our generation's Darrell Revis.
Yeah.
Like the guy is unstoppable. Like it's ridiculous. You see the stats. You see these pictures of like old stats of like old generational receivers playing against Revis and like getting absolutely shut down. It's the same thing with Jalen Ramsey last year. Jalen Ramsey's gonna end up maybe being the best corner I've ever seen, but Revis Island, man, that guy was something. It was like if you got matched up against Darrell Revis, you were getting shut down unless you're Randy Moss.
Shane, great answer though. I
I
fucking
think it's
love
just I
Champ.
saw Champ
Yeah.
Bailey do it for so much longer than
I love Champ Bailey.
like
man.
Darrell Revis's prime is what I saw, which was better. But I feel like Champ Bailey just did it for so much longer that he just stuck in my head.
Yeah, another guy I wanted to go with was Asante Samuel.
Fire.
Oh yeah.
Pick 6 king, baby.
Literally, like
It's-
absolutely crazy. But Darrell Revis had that next step on him for sure.
I wanted his son on my squad, but
When the Eagles signed Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, Nnamdi Asomugha, and Asante Samuel, I was this close to becoming an Eagles fan. Like,
Boy DRC, baby.
There's like I watched like a half an hour long video on YouTube about why that was the Eagles' worst offseason in the last 20 years because anyways, they signed like a big receiver that offseason too. They spent a bunch of money on crazy free agents and almost none of them panned out.
Wasn't Vince Young the backup quarterback that year?
Yeah.
Mike Vick and Vince Young.
Mike Vick, yeah, it was Mike Vick here, yeah.
God damn.
also a very talented quarterback.
The dream team is what they called themselves. And then went like 5-11.
Dream team, baby.
Yeah. All right, last question here. I have a shocker as an answer, but who is the best linebacker you've ever seen?
I think it's just because it's recent.
Don't know if I wrote his name right. Don't think I did, but
Then we have the same one.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
3, 2, 1. Shaner gets Luke Kuechly. Everyone said Luke Kuechly except for
I'm going with Ray
Lewis. Okay, I was hard debating saying Ray Lewis, but Luke Kuechly was a different animal, man.
Bro,
Guy
he
was a
smart.
film king, first of all. Absolutely amazing. He would be calling out guys' plays.
Oh, that's one of the best clips of all. No, it's not that one.
No,
Cam Newton on
you're
the.
Oh, you're thinking of
I'm doing CMC on the wheel.
Yeah.
You're thinking of him calling out of Clay Matthews calling out
Oh,
Cam Newton on the
film?
But
wheel.
there's also Dawson. There's several mic'd up videos of Luke Kuechly calling out plays and then making them himself. Like several.
oh.
Like Luke Kuechly was an absolute star, man. Hated playing against him because you could not run the ball on him. Like he would be in the hole before you were. Like it was ridiculous. Like it made no sense. But
My only argument here is
Ray Lewis-
that Ray Lewis carried almost maybe not single-handedly at all, but led two of the best defenses in the last 20 years.
Also played a lot longer.
To both, he won a Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer as his quarterback, and then again with Joe Flacco. And Joe Flacco did have a pretty good year and a great playoff run there. I think he only threw one pick, but
the first his first championship I won't give you because I said in your lifetime, but second championship I'll give you.
It was
still in my lifetime though.
2002.
I was 2 years old.
But I said since we were like 6.
Still,
you weren't watching that.
It can't be lifetime and then when you're 6. It's either lifetime from the time you're born, or it's when you're 6 years old.
Roll it back. I said when you were 6 or 7.
Okay, but now
I'm not arguing that.
Now you just said lifetime.
Well, Randy
That's
Moss
what
had
I'm
one.
arguing.
Anyway, okay, it's okay. Whatever. I'll take the L, boys. I read the question wrong again. I'm sorry.
No, honestly, great answer. Great answer.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Luke Kuechly was one of my favorite players. I was so upset when he retired. What was it, 2 years ago? Last year? Oh, I cried. And that they sent out like a video of him like talking. I cried. It was like an 8-minute video. I cried for 8 minutes.
Fun fact: he went to Boston College. I sat next to his roommate on a plane once.
We've heard that story on the podcast, actually.
Yeah. So if you haven't heard that, roll back. It's probably like episode 6. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, that was it for Think Fast. I think that was fun. Let's go into what's becoming one of everyone's favorites, a segment we like to call Crazy Rates. For those who don't know, Crazy Rates, what we do is we say, we bring up something that we think is either underrated or overrated. This week, I have an underrated and overhated. All in the same one. My boy, LeBron James, saving the world in Space Jam, A New Legacy. Getting super overhated, okay? Reason number 1.
Spoiler alert.
I'm not going to spoil the movie. This isn't spoil the movie. Reason number 1, people expect this movie to be like an adult film. Like people expect it to be like not corny kids jokes. Like imagine everyone, it's a kids movie. First, it's literally a Warner Bros. Kids movie. If you were, imagine when all of us watched like Space Jam, the first one, we were all like 7. Like we were kids. We loved it. All the Looney Tunes, you know, imagine you're watching this movie like when you were 7. Like, you'd want to, first of all, the animation's amazing. Great animations. I thought it was a great storyline. I mean, I have a little bit of a recency bias. I'm a LeBron James fan. I also think LeBron James is a good actor. But, like, I mean, he's as good as actor he can be. But, like, he's a basketball player. He's not an actor. Like, he was good. He did good. I think he did good. I had a bunch of other reasons on my top of my head. Yeah. People are expecting it to be like an adult film when it's a kid's movie. A lot of people just don't like it because it's LeBron James. He's like one of the most hated athletes on the planet, you know? Like it's unfair to rate a movie based off that. To be fair, I think they could have used the Looney Tunes a little bit more than but I still thought it was really good. I thought it was underrated. I thought it was overhated. I really enjoyed it actually. And I'm a 21-year-old dude. I'm not a kid and I liked it, you know? But yeah.
All right. Take a trip back with me to Friday.
Oh, man.
No.
Oh,
Most
man.
overrated thing on the planet. is drinking. Oh my god. Okay.
Man, the boys were buzzing.
Very, very quick story time. We're gonna make it very quick. Happy birthday, Nolan. First of all, we had a surprise birthday party for one of our buddies. We went to Matt's before to pre-drink, and anyone who knows me knows I'm not the biggest drinker. I don't drink very often, and I decided Friday, you know what? I'm gonna drink
For the boys.
Yeah. So I drank at Matt's. Wasn't feeling well. Did not remember really getting to the bar at all. Don't remember the car ride much. Remembered drinking when I got there, not liking what I was doing, going outside. It was a surprise party, keep in mind. And me and Cam were just outside chatting. And we see a limo pull up. And we're like, oh, fuck. So we run inside. Everyone's there, like hiding behind chairs, like with pictures of his face, like holding up as a mask. And we're like, oh shit, we're late. 2 seconds later, you can actually see it in Matt's video. You see me running in, and then 2 seconds later, you see Nolan. They come in, surprise him, whatever. And then from there, it just took a turn. It really took a turn. Matt, very short time after.
I was in and out of that bar in about 1 hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
In and out.
Matt, at the ripe late hour of 8:30 p.m. got a ride home, called it a night. And let me just tell you, I was not short behind him. Very shortly after, I took a trip outside. I was sick to my stomach multiple times. And then I decided it would be a great idea to walk to Matt's house with his brother. I did not make it very far. I made it all of maybe 200 meters. Took a seat on a park bench. Took a nap for quite a few minutes. Woke up, sent my mom my location. My phone died. Took a nap, woke up, and she was there. So overrated drinking. Next day.
I just want you all to know, during this, I was working and watching all of these guys be absolutely drunk, except for Matt, because I was not there when Matt was there.
Yeah.
I showed up at 9 and then started working, and then all of them. I just remember LBS looking at me at the end of the night, and he's like, it was like 1 a.m., and he's like, you know, when I'm still here, we're fucked. And I fucking cried.
But it was a bad night to be a beer, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Me and LBS had fun, and I do
I had a great
myself
time.
a pat on the back because as soon as I showed up to Matt's house, I heard our money is on you to puke first, Cam. So show me my money because I did not puke at all, and me and LBS Iron Manned it all the way until I don't remember what time I got home. So I was pretty faded too, but it was fun.
I did. I threw up quite a lot, actually.
Yeah. I sent Matt a picture.
And let me tell you, when I throw up, my night's over. I went behind the bar, threw up, and I got back to the bar. I said, all right, that's it. That's all. I'm out.
Yeah.
Went home. Boom. There was the night.
So
me
my
and
one
LBS had
recollection.
two.
Sorry, go ahead.
Me and LBS had 2 conversations that night. One of them was, Shane, we need to get drunk because tonight's going to be a terrific night. And the next one was, you know, when I'm here this late, I'm fucked up.
Yeah. Something's
It
wrong.
was not a terrific night. But I had, like, I never thought, because I don't drink, I never thought you could actually, like, forget shit that happened. I don't remember anything. But I remembered vaguely talking to the DJ. We all know him, DJ Mikey Lloyd. And I requested a song for him.
Oh, no.
And he played it. I couldn't speak. And I checked my notes the next day to see if I was crazy. And there it was, right there. For those of you listening on Spotify.
When I tell you this guy asked Alexa at my house to play Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen at least like 10 times. Like,
Okay, but then he played it and the whole bar went crazy.
So next time Dawson gets that drunk, I need to be there.
you are the man, Dawson.
Yeah.
You are the man.
right. So overrated drinking.
All right, boys. I'm gonna bring her back to some good old NHL, and I'm going with an overrated. You guys might hate it. You might love it. I don't know. Our homegrown boy, Philly Dano. Hear me out.
He's what?
What overrated? Overrated. I'm saying he's overrated, and I'm saying this mostly because of what's going on with his contract talks this year. I don't think he's remotely close to being worth what he's asking for. Like 5+ is I don't know, just way too much for a guy who can do a lot against other teams' top lines and stuff. But once you're gonna pay a guy north of 5, he's got to produce offensively. I don't think he has one season in his entire career over like 12 or 13 goals. I think he had one good year with the Habs where he put up like 53 points, which is awesome for what we're getting. But right now, there's guys who make. I think I took down some guys who make less than $6 million a year, and we have guys like Barkov, Horvat, Konechny, Couturier. I know a lot of those guys are coming up in their contract years, but still,
Nate
Pajot
McKinnon.
is one of them.
Nate McKinnon.
Exactly, Zibanejad too. And I think I forget which one is deep in his. I mean, he just signed his deal like last year or something, and he's making less than $6 million, and he's way better than Danault. So I don't know where this valuation is coming from his camp, but it's definitely over fucking rated and overvalued.
He scored 5 goals this year. It was a shortened season, obviously, but he scored 5 goals.
Yeah, it took him to like game 49 to score a goal, though.
Yeah.
I don't see the value there, and for that reason, overrated.
I heard someone talk about this, and it was a good point. Players get paid their salary in the regular season. And when in a regular season, in a 1-game regular season, that you play a team one time, not a 7-game series, you play them one time at a time, when do you need a guy to be that good defensively and to shut down someone's line? You don't need that. Like in a 7-game series in the playoffs, 100%. But his salary is not in the playoffs. His salary is in the regular season. You don't need a guy. You don't need a guy to be doing that during the regular season. You need a guy to get the points.
And that's why I think this contract between him and Seattle was rumored so early, because I think he obviously wants to be a part. Who doesn't really, like, unless you're towards the end of your career, you're probably just looking to get paid and you don't care where you're playing. But he probably wants to play for a contending team. Seattle might be his best shot. We don't know what they're going to look like until tomorrow, but he's not. No contending team can afford to even look at him for $5 million. So yeah, I agree. I agree with you, LBS. That's a good point. And we talked about this last year, before this podcast was even a thing, and we said this guy should not be even offered more than 5.
I think the best thing to compare him to right now is obviously he's better defensively, but Adam Lowry. Everybody thought he was going to get $5 million. He signed for 3.25, and because he doesn't get the points in the regular season. He plays the same role as Danault, but doesn't get the points, and everybody thought he was getting $5 million, and then signed for 3.25. Like, that's essentially what Danault should be asking for, like 4.
Which is reasonable.
Exactly.
You know.
All right, I'm gonna keep it with sports this week too. He got mentioned before, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping we'd coast through, but with the NBA Finals being talked about, I had a feeling he was gonna come up. But underrated this week, Drew Holiday.
Love it.
You guys said, man, Shane specifically, when he got picked up by the Bucks, that this might be the move to bring them to the finals, and look what happened, and here we are now. But even in this playoffs, like, he's not going to be a guy who's getting you 40 points every game, but everything he does, everything else he does on the floor is the reason why the Bucks have been so good in these playoffs. And then obviously capped off by that play to take the ball away from Devin Booker on the last possession. Yeah. And then
that play is precisely the reason they got him. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I remember doing a this or that with you guys early in the podcast. And it was like Drew Holiday or Jamal Murray. And I was the only one that picked Drew Holiday, I'm pretty sure.
I'd probably still pick
you're so smart.
I was going to say.
No, I'm just saying, like, this guy, like, what he did for the Bucks, I don't think anybody realized that he could actually do that. Like, because you play in a small place in, like, New Orleans.
Yeah.
No one's really watching you, right? And he wasn't really the guy when he was in Philly before he went to New Orleans. So now people are finally get to see him, like Matt said before, of Devin Booker on the big stage.
All right, Shaner.
My turn.
Bring it home.
This one might sound a little crazy because everybody loves them and they're a big fan favorite. But I still think, and I will take this to my grave, that a hoodie is the most underrated clothing thing in the world. I can wear hoodies like year round. I will sweat my balls off, but I will be comfortable somehow. I don't know how. Hoodies are the most comfortable thing ever.
That does sound a little crazy.
It is crazy, but
I don't hate it because I do love my hoodies, but
that's why it's called crazy rates, boys. Come on now.
You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like Shane didn't have a crazy rate until the very last
Shane did not have a crazy rate until the last second because I don't know how many things you could rate in 3 weeks span.
Oh, so much.
Are you wearing a hoodie right now, Shaner?
No.
This guy says it without even wearing a hoodie, man. Like, come on.
I mean, I don't have to wear a hoodie 24/7.
You don't, but you said you would.
I said I would. Doesn't mean I will.
But you should.
That's okay. Next segment. Where Matt gets to lose like every other time we play.
Okay, just bring it home then. Bring it home then.
All right, once again, if it's not Dawson hosting, it's me hosting. So here we are. After last week's win, we're back, baby.
Oh, you could do the points on your board now.
Oh shit, that's true. Good call. Good call. All right, let me set it up. But while I set it up, I will ask the first question. And all the questions have to do with the seasons that just happened.
Oh god.
Okay? NHL. We're starting with NHL. Unless you want something else.
Nope.
That works.
Okay. NHL. We all know McDavid and Draisaitl finished 1 and 2 in the points race.
We did?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We all
Who
did.
finished number 3?
Remember you guys roasted me for asking this type of question?
Yeah, but this
Yeah,
was
I
like
still don't
everybody
like
knew the first 2.
I still don't like it, Matt.
Well, when you host trivia so many times, you run out of things to answer.
Facts, bro.
I have no idea who it is.
If you're not happy, try and win.
I'm wrong.
I'm not trying to win? What is this?
I don't know, Cam. I've seen some of your answers.
What is that?
I've seen a lot of blanks.
Yes, exactly.
A lot. Not recently.
Not recently. Cam stepped up his game.
Come on now.
I'm wrong.
Don't tell me I'm not trying to win. You know I'm
Hey,
always
we
trying.
gotta put up the answers, man.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, put them up.
Oh, Kane's
Okay.
a good answer.
Dawson had Kane. LBS had McKinnon. Cam and Matt had Matthews. And they are all incorrect.
I was gonna say.
Did Marner?
It was Brad Marchand.
Oh, I knew that.
Oh my god!
I know name back.
I would have never guessed that.
I
I
knew
was
that
shocked.
100%.
I was shocked.
Yeah, same. I took a shot in the dark.
When I saw it, I don't think even if I guessed it, I would have got it right, to be honest.
I should.
I'm also the guy who stops checking like the points leaderboard after like the midway point of the regular season. It's so bad.
Fair enough.
Like I know who's gonna win the Rocket Richard and the
Art Ross.
yeah, but other than that, no way.
All right, next one. I don't know if you guys will get this. I think the hockey ones you guys won't get, but the other ones you should like. The other 2 sports you should get. 2 goalies like led the league in shutouts. They tied with 7. Name one of the goalies. Just one. I just need one. If you get the second one of the goalies right, I would be shocked.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let us know until lift him, Shane.
I took a risk
wrong.
here. I could have gone with an obvious answer. That
3, 2, 1, raise them.
Oh!
Oh,
Okay, everyone
I
but
knew that.
LBS had Grubauer and he had Vasilevsky.
Yeah.
LBS is the only one that's wrong.
Yes.
Good boys. Good shit, boys.
Oh,
Go.
The other one
I couldn't think of his name, bro. I don't know why.
was Semyon Varlamov.
Really?
Yeah.
wouldn't have got that.
The other one?
Other than Grubauer, I had nothing.
That's
Like,
what I said. If you
I
guys
was
would have just said the second one, I would have been shocked.
Me, it was
The
just
other one was
Bashy. It was me, it was
Jonas
Bashy or Grubauer. So.
I'm pretty sure Varlamov started the season off with like 3 shutouts in a row, though. Okay. Montreal. Their 3 leading scorers were in like the 40s. Name the 3 leading point scorers for Montreal.
Oh,
You don't have to like name them in order. Just name the 3. This one's pretty easy.
I'm not gonna get it.
Whoa! I'm choking.
I'm choking too. I think I'm wrong.
I'm definitely wrong.
5,
Wait, no, no.
3,
Who is?
2,
Okay, I'm good.
1. Lift them.
Oh, I was
Fuck.
going to say Petrie too. I think it's Petrie.
Okay, LBS.
Um,
lift them.
I only wrote 2 guys down. I didn't even fucking finish writing the other one down.
You wrote one. You wrote.
I was gonna put Suzuki and Toffoli.
So, correct
Hey,
answer
Shane.
is Suzuki, Petrie, Toffoli.
Let's go, Cam.
Cam and Dawson had, and Matt had, I think, Anderson instead of Petrie.
I should have said it too. I knew it. I thought Petrie fell off at the end of the year. That's why, but he didn't.
Let's go, Cam.
Feature was
Hey,
quiet.
Cam came to fight in this one, boys. Cam came to fight.
Cam
After
heard you
me-
guys talking shit.
After me
Oh,
calling
yeah.
him out, he came ready to go.
It's
Bro,
going downhill from here, though. I can assure
You
you.
can take the
Yeah,
championship. I
always
don't
strike
want it.
out the NHL ones.
All
I don't
right.
want it.
Do we want NFL or NBA? first?
NBA.
NBA? Okay. Who led the league in rebounds per game this year? I'm going to give you 10 seconds because it's just one name. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think you're right, Cam, bro.
All right. Is that okay? First of all, none of you are right. Dawson had Taco Fall, so he deserves a point for that one. Cam had Aiden, and Matt and LBS had Embiid. The correct answer was Clint Capella.
Ooh,
No
yeah.
chance. No chance.
Good for him.
I would have
for
never
him.
guessed
Good
that.
for Clint. Come on the show, Clint. One of the worst names, Clint.
Okay. Who led the league in free throw percentage?
Oh, I feel like I know this one. I might be so wrong,
I think I'm way off, but
but I think I have
I'm
this one.
putting a massive guess.
Bro, Cam and Dawson are like in sync here. So
Wait. let's
whenever
not make
one
this
gets it
one.
wrong, the other gets it wrong. If the one gets it right, the other gets it right.
I think
For
I have
sure.
this. I don't know why.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
might have a chance, but
Okay, Dawson had Jeremy Grant. LBS and Matt had Steph, and Cam had CP3. And Cam Wilson takes the lead, boys.
Damn.
With
I
a
thought I read somewhere that Jeremy Grant was like on pace or like hadn't missed a free throw in a fucking long time.
he had a 93.4% free throw.
I knew he was up there. I didn't know he was. Honestly, that was a huge guess. I had no idea that was right until the moment you said it was.
All right, Cam. I'm cheering for you.
All right, I feel like
Thanks,
I'm
brother.
cheering for Cam too right now.
I'm cheering for
Oh
me.
my.
I'm choking hard, so don't worry
This
about
one,
it.
I don't think any of you are gonna get this one right. to be
Then
honest.
why put it in?
Because I can't let you guys get all of them right.
Okay.
Who led the league in minutes per game?
Oh my god, I know this one.
I just want to say LBS has not gotten one right. just for the fans listening out there.
I'm not getting this one right either.
I think I might have it, but I could be wrong because of injury.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Matt has Dame Dalla, LBS has Embiid, Cam has Beal, and Dawson has Middleton.
Is it CJ McCollum?
Negative.
That's who I thought. Okay.
Oh,
Correct
that was a good
answer
guess.
is Julius Randle.
Oh.
Interesting.
I wrote Middleton. I fully meant CJ McCollum.
CJ Randle played. Jesus. Julius,
What?
Julius Randle played 37.6 minutes a game.
CJ Randall.
I need to make up 2 here on Cam. That's
All right.
bad.
At the end of the second round, Dawson has 2, Matt has 1, LBS is 0 for 6, and Cam has 3.
Why'd you
I
say it
fully
like that?
expect to go for
Why'd
right
you
now.
say
I can't lie.
All right, I think LBS will get this one. I believe in LBS here. Who scored the first touchdown in the Super Bowl this year?
Played in the Super Bowl.
The Bucks and the Chiefs.
Oh, wait.
Me, it's
No,
between
that
2
was-
guys.
that
I
was 2
forget.
That's wrong.
I don't know why I remember the first touchdown from 2 years ago.
So, I
I'm
don't even
ready.
remember who played 2 years ago. 3, 2, 1. Show them. Playoff Lenny for Dawson. TB12 for Cam. Gronk for Matt and LBS.
Like
LBS is on the board.
Oh,
Let's
that's a good.
go.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I know
Let's go.
Oh.
He had the first 2 touchdowns of the game, actually.
Brady had the sneak.
Yeah.
If you guys really want to know, 2 years ago, Patty Mahomes had a rushing touchdown.
That's
to open
true.
the game.
I remember the live bet the LBS placed on that
Yeah.
possession. And then Patty Mahomes ran for like 20 yards and got tackled inside the 5. And then 2 plays later on like some stupid play score.
Yeah.
Boys, I need you
Alright.
to know that I'm back. I'm back here. I'm back.
Go crazy, Matty Ice.
Lamar was obviously the quarterback that led the league in rushing yards. Who was second?
In
I feel
quarterback?
like there's an obvious
Yeah.
answer. But I feel like it's not that.
Who is the second leading rushing quarterback in the NFL this year?
I'm ready.
If it's not this guy, I don't know.
If it's not him, I'll be shocked. I'm gonna put the initials of the guy that I think he also could be. But
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Matt. Okay, you all have Kyler. You all got it right.
okay.
I was
Yeah,
gonna be
800.
shocked. I was gonna be shocked if Cam didn't get that one.
819 rushing yards.
You know me.
Unfortunately, LBS was eliminated, so he's just playing for fun now.
Hey, 2 for 8. I'll take it.
Okay. If Cam gets this one right, we have a new trivia champ for the first time in like 10 weeks.
Literally 10 weeks.
Okay, Xavier Howard had 10 interceptions, but all year he was going to battle with someone. Who was the guy who finished second? I think Cam got it. The way I worded that question, Cam was like halfway through the question. He wrote it down.
Was this
Faster.
this? I don't forget.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
Like that. Cam is your trivia
won.
champ.
Cam won.
I was
Let's
putting
go.
Jair Alexander.
It was J.C. Jackson from the New England Patriots. Cameron Wilson, take your walk, buddy. What do you have to say to the
I'm
fans?
so happy.
What do you have to say?
Happy.
You know what? Didn't really do anything to deserve this. I'm happy you guys talk shit before because it fired me up. That's my acceptance speech. I mean,
I'm absolutely proud to hand over the reins to you, buddy.
I'm so happy I don't have to come up with trivia questions.
Me and Dawson finally get to go head to head.
Oh, man. Next week
better-
it's gonna be a pick'em between Shane and Dawson.
I better dial him up then, eh?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be a pick'em. I still think I have a slight better advantage.
All right.
Based
Matt
off
Campbell at plus 50,000 to 1 odds.
Nope.
All right, let's move on
Record
to everyone's
speaks
favorite
for itself.
segment. Hey, everyone's favorite segment, top 5 now. This week we're doing top 5 cereals. Oh baby.
This was a fun one too.
Listen.
Wait, we have something to announce.
Oh,
The
Breaking
Price
news.
family has headed down to Seattle, to Washington State, to visit family for no reason.
that's crazy. We sure is that a fact?
That is from a very good hockey source that breaks a lot of things.
All right.
Make no mistake about this just quickly before we move on. I talk shit, but if Price leaves, I will probably shed a tear.
Yeah.
I will very probably shed a tear.
All
I
in
will
our eyes out.
become a Seattle Kraken fan. No.
Me too. I know I'll be a closet fan.
Anyways,
Me too.
top 5 cereals. Okay. Keep in mind, I don't eat cereal anymore. So this is purely nostalgia. Okay. I'm going to shout out 2 cereals here. One, because it used to get me going before football or soccer or whatever in the mornings. Vector. I always thought it was like good. It was good. It was good. It had a lot of I don't know what it was, protein, fiber. Couldn't give a fuck. It was something good in there. And Rice Krispies cereal was always good. Number 5, super unhealthy for you, tastes delicious, Sugar Crisp. Don't know if you guys remember what that is.
Is it the guy with is it the one with the bear on it?
Like a
Yeah.
squirrel.
Brown
It's
bear?
Is it the bear? Is it a bear?
Oh yeah, maybe it is a squirrel.
I don't know. Whatever. Number 4, very underrated. Could have been in my crazy rates. Reese's Puffs
Oh, baby.
cereal. That
Yeah.
is
Drink
fire.
up that milk after.
Fire.
Oh yeah.
Baby.
Fire. And number 3, Frosted Flakes. My goodness, one of
baby.
the most classic cereals on the planet. Number 2, Lucky Charms. My
Disgusting. Disgusting.
what?
Lucky Charms
Disgusting.
suck. Dude.
What, bro?
That's my
suck.
next overrated.
You are a child if you think Lucky Charms are delicious. Lucky Charms
Take
are
the
the fucking.
marshmallows out. They're fucking.
Yeah,
It's
I
cardboard.
agree.
Charms are fire.
I agree. Bro, it's gross without the marshmallows.
Gross.
It's disgusting.
The marshmallows are in there.
Okay.
Also, the
No,
marshmallows,
the ratio always
the
sucks.
marshmallows
too,
are
so I don't
low-key
hear it.
overrated. The marshmallows aren't that
Also,
good.
also the
Yeah,
marshmallows
facts.
suck.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. Okay. Number 1. I
No.
don't even want to say anymore. Captain Crunch. Not a question. Absolutely delicious.
That's fire.
Left an absolute banger off the list.
Yeah,
Bro,
I
you
know
left
exactly
the cereal off.
I know. Yeah.
I know what you guys are gonna say, and I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, let me scroll through my list then. I don't care about anything else. Number 5, Reese Puffs. Drink the milk, whatever.
Banger.
Number 4, Vanilla Rice Krispies. Delicious.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Me either. That sounds good.
Fire.
Same.
Fire. Number 3, Fruit Loops.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that the one?
Oh yeah.
No, that's not the one. That's not the
That's
one.
not the one.
baby.
Okay, that's
That's
the one.
not the one.
That one's delicious. That should be my top 5. Buy
That's
sugar
not the
crisp.
one, you whore.
Buy sugar crisp.
Number 2, this one's gonna get some hate, but it's just a classic for me. This one, honestly, not even that. It's good in milk, but better in cereal, and that's Quaker Harvest Crunch. Delicious.
I don't
It's
even
just-
know what that is.
Yeah, that is good. That is good. I like
Oh,
it.
it's fire.
It's not good in milk, but it's better in cereal.
Yeah.
Yogurt. In yogurt.
okay.
Yogurt.
Okay, no. I was just like, I thought it was like an
You dropped
add-on
the
to cereal, and I was confused.
Oh fuck yeah!
I
And
just went
that
along with it.
this, bro, Cinnamon Toast Crunch
Let's go.
is the best cereal on the
Best
planet.
It's not even close.
Yes, sir.
It's not close.
Yes, sir.
Close. Not
Not
close.
close.
Not close. CT
I knew I was
Crunch.
gonna get hate for this. Not a fan.
Oh
Shut
my
up.
god.
Shut up.
You don't
Shut
have
up,
taste
bitch.
buds, bro.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Grow up.
Have you guys heard though the whole beef with Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Some guy found shrimp tails.
Yes.
And he tweeted
That's
at them.
disgusting.
He tweeted at them, and they're like, "No, these are just like packets, like it's like clumped up seasoning." And the guy's like, "No, that's a fucking shrimp tail." And he takes a bite, and it's literally a shrimp tail.
It's gross.
But Cinnamon Toast Crunch, sponsor the show. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, if you sponsor the show, I'll eat 3 boxes of cereal in one episode, in one sitting.
No lie.
I'm
When you
down.
said Fruit Loops, I was kind of pissed at myself. It was no hate at Fruit Loops for leaving off my list. Purely, I forgot. Delicious though.
All right. Well, Fruit Loops actually kicks off my list at number 5. Number 4, just a classic Cheerios. I don't know. I grew up on those. I'm gonna put them in my list. Number 3, I have Reese's Puffs. Gas.
Yes.
Frosted Flakes. Number 2, another classic. And of course, CTC.
CTC,
Let's go, boys.
bro.
Let's go.
Bro, that's how I had it written in my notes too.
Yeah, same. That's how I wrote it.
CTC, baby.
Yes, sir.
I'll mess with that. But you guys might be shocked at the top of my list, but we'll see. At 5, I don't know if you guys ever ate this when you were a kid. Like Matt, I don't really eat cereal ever anymore. But
Yeah.
at 5, honeycombs.
I was just about to say,
Fire.
bro, honeycombs are so good.
They were
love
so
those
good.
two.
I
Like-
was never a big fan, actually. Now I think about
Those
it.
were terrific.
Bro,
Probably
nothing,
should be higher than 5.
nothing absorbs milk like a honeycomb.
Yeah.
Like, those were just
That's
perfect.
true.
I
that's
completely
true.
forgot about them.
They don't even get that soggy. Like,
No, that's the thing. Like it goes in the little combs.
Perks of going last.
But I
could
find they
live
have like a
with
weird
that list
texture,
of them.
no?
Nah,
yeah,
bro.
a little bit. But
I love
when
it.
you put them in
Fire.
milk, it's all the
I
same.
forget. I honestly forget. I forget.
If you put honeycomb in front of me, I would destroy the box.
Yeah,
There's so many
Easily.
good cereals, man. Damn.
bro. We
I-
need to start a YouTube channel and just like eat cereal.
Reviews.
Like do more than just that, but like just eat cereal.
No, just 5 of us on Zoom eating a bowl of cereal. Not even talking. Just
Let's instead of power hour for episode 60, we're gonna be eating cereal for an hour.
60 bowls.
Oh fuck.
All right,
Alright.
keep going.
At number 4, another one that hasn't been mentioned yet. Don't know if you guys have ever had these either. Corn Pops.
Oh my god.
Fire! Oh my
Yeah,
god!
those
I
are
just
good.
Start
Those are-
eating cereal
Just
again.
pops.
Mad
I
good.
actually hate my
man.
list, bro. I
Yeah,
actually
those
hate
are
my
gas too.
Nah, my list is
Oh.
fine. My list is fine.
At number 3, Fruit Loops. I'm with you, Dawson. At number 2, and you guys might disagree that this is higher than everything else, but I think I ate this every day for like 7 years straight. Honey Nut Cheerios. Like literally
Yeah.
undefeated to me. Undefeated. But
Bro, with chopped up strawberries in it, that's gas.
the multigrain ones with fruit, yeah. But like the honey ones have like enough flavor to me. But
Okay.
and then that one, not cinnamon toast crunch. No, I'm kidding. It's cinnamon toast crunch. Everybody knows it.
Let's go.
You can eat it dry or in milk.
Fuck
Way
yeah.
good
facts.
either way.
Facts.
Ah,
Bro, I think Cam had the best list. I'm not gonna lie.
Cam doesn't miss, bro.
At 5, I have Fruit Loops. I only recently learned that they are all the same flavor, and that was heartbreaking to me. I don't know why.
I did not know that either.
I didn't know that. Makes sense.
Wait, have you guys eaten them recently? Because like I feel like when I was a kid, there was a good 5 or 6 different colors. Now there's like
what
3.
I'm saying. Yeah.
There's like three colors, and they're like all kind of look the same.
No, there was like red, green, yellow,
Purple,
Orange.
Yeah, now it's like purple, pink, and like this yellowish green color. There's no blue. There's no. Yeah, it's really ugly.
That's
not a nice
devastating.
cereal to look at anymore.
All right. Maybe it's because everybody found out they were the same flavor and they just gave up.
Yeah.
At 4, this I ate a lot of when I was younger. Frosted Flakes. So they had to make an appearance on the list.
Greatest cereal mascot of all time, too.
Facts.
Yeah.
Tony the Tiger, baby.
Oh yeah.
They're great.
Food mascots.
At 3, I have Captain Crunch also.
Yes, sir.
I used to eat that. I literally would have 2 bowls of cereal in the morning. It would be Frosted Flakes and then Captain Crunch. So that was my go-to. I think I have this at 2 because it was such like a limited thing in my house that I would eat the whole box as soon as we got it. Is Reese Puffs. Like it was like a special occasion cereal.
Oh yeah.
In the Gravel O'Donnell
The
house.
gas.
Okay. Number 1, it's not up for debate. It's not even close. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The fact that Matt left it off his list is terrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, I do want to
It's a
say.
fireable offense. It's a fireable offense.
I started at the beginning by saying I don't eat cereal. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the only cereal I still eat, to this day.
Yeah, same.
Not regularly, but
Not for
eat
nothing.
it.
I can't remember the last time I've eaten a bowl of cereal.
Me neither.
It's been like 8 years.
Deadass. Next episode 33, we all have to come with a bowl of cereal.
All right. Say less.
Also, I just want to make a special shout out to you guys. I'll probably get hate on this, but I don't know why. Frosted Mini Wheats.
Oh, so good.
So good.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't
You have to eat those motherfuckers.
I
quick.
used to get those often. Yeah.
You have
to like chow down because those things get mushy.
It's
I
almost
never
like,
ate those with milk.
Have you ever tried?
Always ate them dry.
Yeah.
You're-
Same.
You guys ever tried like if you ever went to the States, like Tricks?
Yeah.
Oh, Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks is fire too.
Ooh.
I can't believe I left that off my list.
Apple Jacks is fire too. But anyways, let's move on to the last segment of the week, our lock of the week in terms of betting. My lock of the week. Last week, my bold prediction was the reverse sweep. My lock of the week, the Bucks, by the end of Game 6 or 7, will be NBA champions. Giannis is getting his ring, completing his resume at the young age of 26.
The ripe age of 26. You know what, Matt? I want to fight. I want to argue a little bit. So,
Yeah, you want
my lock of the week: the Suns are going to complete the comeback, and the Phoenix Suns will be NBA champions.
We got to start creating a punishment for lock of the week.
I said that at the beginning. Like, if your lock doesn't hit, you take a shot or on the pod or something.
I'm taking a shot.
All right, well-
No, it's not.
Austin's not trying to relive what happened on Friday.
Dawson, I'm punching back. Box ML tonight. Tip offs in a
man.
few
You
minutes.
are the man.
I think we're gonna be some. We're gonna see the new NBA champs tonight.
You are the man.
All right.
Negative 195.
I wanted to get a little creative tonight. I don't really know. I know very, very, very limited amount about soccer. But Canada is playing in the CONCACAF Gold Cup right now. They're awaiting the winner of Costa Rica and Jamaica, and they will be playing them, I believe, on Saturday. Anyways, it's going to be closer to the weekend. Canada's going to win. That's my lock. They're going to move on.
I like it.
All
Is
right.
Navas playing for Costa Rica right now, Liam? Do you know?
I don't know.
That would be something.
I want to say no though. I don't know why.
All
We
right.
have a couple lock battles this week because I have the Suns forcing a Game 7.
No, what you're supposed to say was, I have Costa Rica.
That's what I was thinking. I thought Shane was going to say I have Costa Rica.
Definitely not. I didn't even know that was a thing going on in the world right now.
I have Costa Rica.
Oh, man. Anyways, that seems like a good spot to end it. Listen, when this episode's released, a lot of our A lot of our predictions may be wrong or right, but you're here now. Hey, if you made it here now, don't forget, go to nothingbutcontroversy.com/shop. Buy yourself a nice Nothing But Controversy hoodie, maybe a tee, maybe the Fab 5 champion hoodie, which is a little more expensive, but just a little extra sexy. And if you like this video, Shane will give you a kiss.
Speaking of extra sexy, Shane, bring it in.
Episode 32. Thank you for watching. Go buy. Shane, kiss it now. Now, go.
Oh, he's teasing.